Commendatores! Welcome back. Welcome back to the Sopranos Prima Volta.
V-O-L-T-A. Huh?
Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's good. I'm very excited about today's episode.
Me too.
You're looking very Italian.
Thank you.
Delaware Italian.
I'm a very big Delaware Italian. And grazie to the commendatores out there for being cool. I love seeing you guys at shows, and it's really fun doing the hands and pictures. And I appreciate it. And also, like, subscribe, comment, and share the pod. It really helps.
Yeah.
Really appreciate no spoilers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if I could, we should get like 3D cameras.
Oh.
Because it would be cool for me to give everyone a Whitman.
Whoa!
Yes.
Whitman.
I only got one this week, and I always give it to you.
Yeah.
But I want to give it to the fans this week.
Oh, that's nice.
Because this is the finale for season 4.
Is that a sampler?
I went with the sampler.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a guarantee of quality and freshness. So
oh, wow.
I went with the sampler. And, you know,
yeah,
I want to give that back to you guys. Here, maybe we'll pop it up on this so that... Oh, that's great. Look at that. It's on camera the whole time.
Yeah, that's perfect. Look at it.
Fantastic.
It's perfect.
I love it.
It's really perfect. There it is.
There we go. Boom. Shakalaka.
Well, you're right. It is. I mean, last episode, we were going over episode 12.
Eloise.
If I remember, Eloise, that was the episode where you argued that there were 14 episodes in this season.
Yes.
You were wrong.
Not only was I wrong, but somehow I thought we were done with the season, and I watched the final episode, but I forgot to take notes on it.
Right.
And immediately jumped into season 5.
Okay. Okay. But you have seen this episode.
Yes.
Okay. And
yes.
Was this your first time seeing it?
It was.
Your Prima Volta?
My Prima Volta.
Oh,
yes.
Fangul.
Ma Fangul.
Yeah.
Huh?
That means good, right?
Gavon.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, also, I am in a comedy horror movie, and my name is Audie from Buglio. And, dude, I Delaware Italianed it up like you wouldn't believe.
Where are we going to be able to see this comedy horror movie?
Well, it's not going to come out for a while because they're trying to gain more funding. So, but don't worry, I made them give me an envelope.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Or at least a box of Whitmans.
Yeah, no, envelope.
This time we're gonna go. We're gonna go. Cash.
Yeah, cash.
Cash in an envelope.
Yes.
Well, look, I mean, part of the conversation that we were having all throughout season 4, because I think season 4, thinking about it, probably more so than just about any other season, is a season where a lot happens like halfway through. Like a lot happens before the finale. So it's almost like, where is this going to possibly go for the finale of season 4?
Well, we already had a death.
Yeah,
somebody already
big death.
died. So is there going to be another death? I mean, it looks like Carmine's going to get the old kaputs.
You think
so?
know?
I mean, yeah, but that would start a war, but that would be interesting. You know, I don't, somebody's got to get clipped.
Yeah. I mean, look, I remember the first time I saw this, and even going back, I'm so fascinated by this finale because it's almost like, you sometimes watch the show and you forget the family drama element of it. Like you think the family drama
way family heavy.
Yeah, you think the family drama is just like an element to it, like kind of set decoration to the mafia stuff.
Right.
When in reality, the family drama is just as important as the family drama. And I think that this episode really exemplifies that because it's almost like while all this business stuff was going on, and it's not just for season 4, but throughout the whole show. But really, especially in season 4 with all the Furio stuff and everything. Right under Tony's nose, his marriage was disintegrating.
Totally.
And even as viewers, I feel like I was so caught up in all the excitement of the mob stuff that I didn't pick up on everything that was going on at home until this episode 13, Whitecap's tornado just hits.
Well, I picked up on the at-home stuff because you can physically see it on Carmela.
yeah,
Like, she just looks more and more like just tired and gaunt and beat up, and like her haircut, and she just looks like, I said it before, but she's like a wilted flower that is no longer in bloom.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I would say that that's true. But we kind of start thinking that we might be going in the direction that you think we might be going in when Tony turns down the hit on Carmine.
Right.
That Tony goes to Johnny Sack. First he turns it down. Then he agrees.
Yes. And he gets Christopher involved. By the way, love Christopher. Clear-eyed, back in business, sober, looking great, feeling great, acting great. Happy for him.
Do you trust?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You think this one's going to stick?
Yes.
Why?
Because he knows that they mean business. He knows how important this is to him. He knows he was flushing his life down the tubes, and he's made a change for the better in his sobriety, but he's still a, murderer.
You're saying that he realized he needed to make a change, and he's starting with the man in the mirror?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean,
I was in rehab 2009 when Michael Jackson died, and we all went to group, and one of the counselors cried and read those lyrics in front of everyone. Yeah. Yeah.
no.
Uh-huh.
No.
Uh-huh. And Farrah Fawcett died, and some guy goes, Farrah Fawcett's dead. And I go, what happened? He goes, anal cancer. And then just walked out of the room.
I don't know if it's called anal cancer.
I know. Somehow he made cancer sound hot.
Yeah, they died on the same day.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's the best thing in rehab, though. I feel like I'd go like, maybe the sobriety thing isn't for me. If I'm sitting there crying at Man in the Mirror lyrics.
I mean, it was a fucking nightmare every day in that place.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I relate to Christopher.
Because
we
you
both
guys
went away.
And when you came out, you stayed sober?
And I killed people.
And you murdered.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. So maybe
Yeah.
Christopher is still going to murder.
Yes.
Okay.
But
Good.
if he's anything like me, he is going to fall a lot while he climbs those 12 steps.
I got you. Okay. It's not a straight. We're not going escalator on this.
No.
It's almost like an old a
rickety staircase in a haunted house.
Yeah. Like a Benny Hill skit.
Yes.
It's just like,
Yep.
and he's just falling up the stairs.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So
Yeah.
it's going to be tough. All right. All right. Well, but he'll get there. He'll get to the
Yes.
top of the staircase.
Yes. But it helped that he didn't meet a girl who was the hottest girl in rehab, but in reality, not that hot. And she was from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and he would visit her at a halfway house in Wilkes-Barre and was a carpenter at the time and thought, maybe I'll be the father to her child, Braden. And then
Are you still talking about
tried to get out of the relationship, couldn't, so he just drank because he knew that would make them not like him anymore. Christopher shouldn't do that.
You're saying Christopher should not ruin his sobriety because he's too much of a coward to get out of a relationship?
Well, I wouldn't say coward. I think he used that as an excuse because he really wanted to drink. And then he blacked out and a friend broke into his apartment because he was worried he was going to drive drunk. But when he broke in, he was watching a movie with Spanish subtitles because he thought he would learn Spanish if he was drunk. Like if you play Mozart while you sleep.
And this post-rehab?
Yeah, post-rehab. When everybody thought you were fixed. And you let him down once again, Christopher.
But you think Christopher's going to be fine?
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't got anyone from Chattanooga in his life.
Okay, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, and Tony's probably a much better influence.
Yeah. Tony's much better influence than his sponsor, Howie, who lives an hour and a half away, and it gets kind of tiresome to drive to see him. And he ends up telling you that you got to stay sober and stay away from pussy.
What?
Is what Howie said.
You had to drive an hour and a half for that?
Yeah, it was a waste of time. But you thought Howie would be a good sponsor because when he showed up at Christopher's rehab, he was wearing a Philly shirt and said he smoked cigarettes. And you were like, that guy seems cool.
He doesn't sound that cool.
We should call him right now. He may be dead.
The character, I mean, hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
He likes baseball.
yeah. I was like, this guy's my man.
Well, Christopher's back.
Christopher's back. He's doing great.
Yeah, he's doing great. Okay. Do you think? Look, you gave me a lot to chew on.
Well, digest it, baby.
Do you think that the fact that Christopher is going to have to talk to his old friends, for instance, when Tony goes, "I want you to arrange this hit," and it can't be traced back to us.
The old heroin guys.
Yeah, isn't that going to be a very risky thing?
Yeah, they're fucking snakes going, "We knew you'd be back. Give it time, blah, blah, blah." They say people, places, and things, and you should stay away from your old haunts unless you're going back to kill them.
Right, and how are you going to plan a murder? You used to hang out with murderers, but you can't see them anymore because you're sober now. But somebody asks you to plan a murder. You
can still hang out with the murderers. You didn't do heroin with the murderers.
You probably
you can go out and murder. Just don't do heroin because he hid the heroin from them. He did heroin by himself, except for the guy from the park.
So you can't hang out with the guy from the park.
Don't hang out with park guys, and don't hang out with your dealers.
Right.
But go to the dealers to get them to murder people, and then go to them again to kill them, which also helps you stay away from drugs.
I mean, I guess that's a good point. That if you kill them, you don't have to worry about seeing them again.
And he's helping other people to stay off drugs by killing their dealers.
Yeah,
so
that's
Chris,
smart.
This is a real good episode for Christopher.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe it's like, oh, I used to go to this bar a lot. I'll burn it to the ground.
Yeah.
That would probably be a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good on Christopher then. Now, unfortunately...
Also, that's a hypothetical. Nobody in this analogous Christopher world ever did that.
Theoretically.
Factually.
Well, the reason that Christopher has to kill them is because he has to call off the murder.
Yeah.
Which isn't done very often. Usually when even if it's time, even if you have to call off a murder, you go like, wow, it's already in motion. There's nothing I can do. But in this case,
Well, not only that, but Tony goes to meet Carmine, and, Johnny Sack, that snake, is like clean as a whistle. When he's really pushing for Carmine to die.
It's his plan.
So that he can take over, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And it's very funny. They're the New York Mafia, but they really stuck their beacon in New Jersey. It's like they only care about New Jersey.
Well, I mean, we don't see them every single moment of every single day. There's times we do see them. Their beaks are stuck in because that's the story we're getting.
Yeah, but it's like, it'd be a fun storyline to see what New York's about.
But that would be a totally different show.
That'd be a great...
I mean, I'd watch.
Do
you have David Chase's number?
David Chase, if you're watching, let's see a Sopranos, but for New York. And then an offshoot of that, a Sopranos, but for Delaware, called The Fidances. My great-great-grandfather built the first townhouses in Little Italy and Wilmington.
That's not a good thing for a TV show.
Nicola Fidanza. He's a hero in Wilmington.
He built houses in Wilmington?
Yeah.
That's a pitch for a show?
An old Italian guy building houses in Wilmington and helping out other Italians. And instead of people paying him money, sometimes he would just take food because he was a good guy. And then that's why we don't have any money. Generational wealth. He ruined it.
He did ruin it.
That's a good show.
What, ruining generational wealth?
Yeah. I could be filthy stinking rich if Nicola Fidanza took fucking money envelopes instead of just Whitman's. And I'm repeating history by taking Whitman's from people in crowds and not envelopes.
And we appreciate it.
To a certain extent.
Salute.
Salute.
So, yeah, little Carmine gets Carmine to negotiate. Carmine finally does. Like, he just sees the light of day. It's enough of this nonsense. He negotiates a deal. Tony's happy with it. Calls off the murder.
Mm-hmm.
But now Tony's in a tough place because Johnny Sack is pissed.
Oh, yeah.
He's furious because now, and the reason I think he's furious has to be that now Tony has something, right? Now Tony knows
that Johnny wanted
Carmine dead.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, and so I feel like no matter what Tony can say, like, hey, you know, this stays between us. This never goes anywhere. But
I thought Johnny was pissed because he just wants to take over, and that was his chance.
I think it's both, but I think you know,
okay,
I think there's that's there. You know what I mean? That he wanted him dead, but also now he's now made himself vulnerable to Tony, who will say, "Well, I would never do that," but Tony like lies.
Yeah, so he's got an ace up his sleeve now.
Yeah, you know how you know Tony's lying? His lips are moving.
That means he lies all the time. Nuh-uh.
Oh yeah.
That was great. Take it.
Yes.
Take it.
Oh, it's a sampler.
That was great. Yep.
That's bad. I thought there was only gonna be one today.
Well, my lips were moving.
Chocolate nut fudge.
Chocolate nut. I made sure this had chocolate nut fudge.
That's great. That's great.
Does this one have chocolate nut fudge? No.
No. Okay, just mine. Just mine. Okay, good.
Yours is up. Chocolate nut fudge.
Junior gets a mistrial.
Yes.
Because of the juror, not because of the fake dementia.
No.
They're just like, all right, we'll just threaten the juror.
Yeah.
It's so funny. They work so hard to fake dementia. And then they're like, fuck it, we'll just threaten a juror.
Yeah.
And his family. It works.
I know.
We saw him like planting the seeds in the last episode, but we find out it works.
Totally. And then the juror goes outside. He's like, I'd love to keep in touch. And the woman's like, get fucked. But who meets people on a jury and is like, let's be friends?
Yeah, I mean, lonely people.
Yeah.
Really lonely
people.
I
think they just put that in there to be like.
Just so you knew that the jury hated the guy?
To hammer it home,
Yeah. Yeah, and then a very, very fun storyline is Tony
and the beach house.
Yeah. I mean, don't you wish you had the balls to negotiate the way Tony negotiates?
Yes.
It's so fucking great.
Yes.
Because we've all dealt with that douche that lives next door that's selling the house. The lawyer douche.
Yeah, we've all dealt with a lawyer that tries to sell a house as our neighbor, Sam. You're right.
I mean, that's very specific. You really took the literal interpretation.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you meant it as a euphemism.
Not a euphemism.
Oh,
general
metaphor.
No, of course not a metaphor. That makes less sense than anything.
Oh, a simile.
A simile.
Yes.
You see, that lawyer is too.
Yes.
No, I mean that like CEO energy where they think they're because they're the boss at work and they carry that with them wherever they go. And even when they're dealing with Tony Soprano, they're like, no.
Yeah.
And he calls up and he's a dick to the guy on the phone who's trying to get the house. He works his way out of the contract.
Yeah, he's such a slime ball to be such a dick to them because Tony's offering him cash right away and this guy's like impressed by it. And also, I love a good haggle. But I don't have the muscle power like Tony does because I tried to haggle at like a flea market, and I always tell my carm, I go, wait outside, I got it. And if something's $50, I go, I'll give you 30. And they go, well, this is a private vendor, we can't negotiate. And I go, okay, 50 is fine.
You want the product?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want the thing.
God, I love haggling.
You like to start the haggle, even though you lose?
I lost that time, but dude, I got some cologne on the cheap at the Saratoga Mall.
Is that what that smell is?
At the... I'll let that slide. Yeah, hang on to that.
You were saying about the mall.
I might call off a hit, and you might have to suffer for it. Like a dealer that was going to kill someone, and now I'm going back on my word, and I'll kill you.
Wait, what?
So I haggled this guy. I got some cologne for cheap at a kiosk. He wanted like 85. I was like, no, I'm doing 65. And he was like 70. And I go 60. He goes 65. I go, yes.
That was your original thing.
You always haggle with, yeah. Oh, I love it.
That's great.
Anyway.
You feel like a winner. You feel like a big time winner.
Yes.
The other way you can feel like a winner is if you pull a boat up in front of somebody's house, because this lawyer,
yeah,
it's so great. He's like, no, I'm not going to put up with this shit. Tony has to sleep over there. We'll talk about that in a second. But eventually Tony goes, on account of my family falling apart,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to need the house after all.
Yeah.
You know, he's sitting there in his head going like, out of nowhere, over a matter of days, 2 days, I went from, let me buy a beach house for my family to, I might have to start paying alimony.
Well, not only that, but he's bringing the whole family there to show him.
Yeah.
And I'm getting excited because I'm
Yeah.
like, this is perfect. This is what everyone wants. Everyone wants a nice little beach house, even though it's on like a lake.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But it's water.
Right.
It's waterfront
House
property.
on the water. Beautiful, amazing house. Holy crap. Got a little dock for the Stugatz. I'm so happy for them. Looks like everything's going to be perfect.
Want to hear something amazing?
What? Do you have a beach house?
I have 3 beach houses.
Shut
But
up.
don't you?
Yeah.
but the car commercial that was on the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
I've been waiting to talk about this. That AJ and Meadow are in.
Yeah.
That we've decided is canon.
Yeah.
Apparently, that restaurant that they stop at in the car commercial, very close to the Whitecaps house
Really?
in real life.
Oh, wow.
So it makes me think that they got the house after Tony got. Well, who knows what happened, but that they were on their way to the Whitecaps house.
Oh, all right.
Because I'm convinced that the car commercial is canon and has
Right.
deeper story meaning.
Well, they probably had to stop and eat because they had a long drive to pick me up.
You went with them?
Well, they were supposed to pick me up, but they got kind of busy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. You'll see it in the Delaware Italian version of Sopranos.
Yeah, the first scene is like, you mean you're not coming? And then the show starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to pay the actors to be in it.
I woke up this morning and got me some sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just the ultimate move. While his whole life is falling apart, Tony still knows how to fuck
Well, also,
with people.
wait, why is he getting a beach out? Isn't he like losing money? Like,
Well, I think
he's doing bad with money. What is going on with him and the money at the time?
Well, I think he feels better about the money because of the deal with Carmine. Like, he's been real stressed with money because everything going on with Carmine shut down businesses. So the income wasn't coming in.
He's losing money.
But then they settled the thing with Carmine.
Oh, and now he's
So
like,
it
I'll get
feels
the
like the
money
future's
and I'll-
looking
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I think.
I was so happy for him and Carm and Meadow and AJ.
It was amazing.
So
It was
happy for
amazing.
them. Yeah. And then
Dirty,
we've heard of Montezuma's revenge, but it's nothing like Irina's revenge.
dirty, filthy Irina.
I like Irina.
She ruined the family.
I hate Irina.
Good call. Yeah, Irina
Drunk dialing.
drunk dials Carmela and rats on Tony and Svetlana.
Dude.
She tells Carmela about Svetlana, these chicks, and the vowels at the end of their names. It is outrageous, but...
And when she goes, it is so ridiculous. Why would I make it up?
And she said that's true.
And this is the
And
straw
Carmela-
that broke Carmela's back.
Because now it's humiliating. Now it's like, I know this woman. I let her in my house.
Well, she knew Gloria Trillo, too.
That's because Gloria was a lunatic nutcase.
Yeah.
You know, rest in peace.
Yeah. God bless her
Yeah.
soul. Yeah.
Let's not speak ill of the dead.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, but she had a relationship with Svetlana. She's had conversations with Svetlana. And now she's sharing a man with
Svetlana
Svetlana.
has helped them
Yes.
in incredible ways.
And so, yeah.
Tony.
So she's throwing all this stuff. And it's interesting because, you know, you want to blame Irina. But a couple of things. You know, we always talk about the little things on the show that are much bigger. Who would have thought when Tony had an affair with Svetlana? Like, I thought that storyline was just there because Tony needed somebody to break up with him, right? And to that once that was kind of settled, that we were done with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it came back and reared its ugly head,
do
and
you
it became
think-
the catalyst for this.
Do you think Irina broke down and called Carm because Tony fucked things up with her and Zellman?
Yep.
Or because Irina was jealous that Tony went to Svetlana and not her?
Both. I think both. And I think that's the other genius part of it the Zellman thing also, a thing that happened on the show that you thought was over.
Yeah.
But if Tony had not...
Well, I knew the Zellman thing would come back. I just thought
Did you
with
think it was
Zellman,
collapse his
not
family?
with Irina,
Yeah.
because they got to do business somehow, right?
I get, but...
You know, Layla was playing in the car when Tony ran over the golf clubs when he came back.
Yeah.
And Layla is about, a disintegrating marriage.
Yeah. Amazing. I love it. I love it. But yeah, so I mean, if he hadn't been so emotional and gone in there and whipped Zellman, then this whole chain of events could have been avoided.
Yeah.
All this stuff, like Tony is so unaware of the consequences of any of his actions. All of the bad things that happened to him can be traced back to his own behavior. It's incredible. It's a lesson that all of us should learn, especially you.
Yeah, me? What? Why me? To quote Nancy Kerrigan.
That's something Nancy Kerrigan should have learned.
Yeah.
Maybe if you stop trying to...
Jeff Gillooly did it. Tanya Harding had nothing to do with it. Anyway.
I mean, I think Tanya had a little something to do with it.
Well, she was a beaten and abused person. I'm Team Tanya. Have you seen I, Tanya?
Love it.
Great.
Love that movie.
Amazing.
Not
Multiple
a great...
times
She had
in
terrible,
theaters.
terrible mom.
Horrible mom.
Horrible.
Who was worse, Tanya Harding's mom or Livia?
I think Livia, because, well, I don't know. I would have to talk to a psychologist. What's worst? A person, like a mother who is deliberate and cruel, or a mother who is underhanded and cruel? You know what I mean? Like, Tanya Harding's mother was very on the surface a bad person.
Well,
Olivia would do
try to get Tony killed.
The guilt thing.
Right.
And
but
try
also,
to get him killed.
Tanya Harding's mom broke her trust and wore a wire, right?
Yes, but murder would be worse.
Yeah.
So Olivia, she tried to get her son actually literally killed.
Yeah.
Murdered.
True.
She's worse.
Yeah, and she didn't even fill out that book that Svetlana got her.
No, she didn't. What a piece of shit.
Tanya Harding's mom's a piece of shit too.
That's actually a good call.
She was, I forget that actress's name, but incredible.
Allison Jennings?
Is it? Was it 13 or 14 episodes in this season?
So Irina makes the call because of Tony's own actions.
God.
Carm's had enough, throws all his shit out.
I mean, this is the one. Carm has a nervous breakdown.
Yeah.
She loses it.
How good
is Edie Falco?
Dude.
Incredible.
Dude. Unbelievable. Talk about a scene you can sink your teeth into as an actress.
To conjure up those emotions and tears on command. And that probably wasn't the only take.
No way.
Somebody
had to hurt her. Whoever hurt Edie Falco, I hope they're
they
dead.
Never get a Whitman's.
Okay, mine was a little more harsh.
Nicer. Oh, sorry.
Whitman's is delicious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Edie Falco is amazing.
She won a bunch of awards for that.
For this episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. She
so
deserved
did Tony,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
James Gandolfini.
Tony.
Not Tony. Tony.
Tony.
I mean, yeah, it's incredible. And her reaction and just her disgust, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then, I mean, how did you feel when you're sitting there? She's so pissed that Tony won't leave. He's sleeping in the guest house or whatever. She tells him, after all this tension, after all this time, after an entire season of dealing with this storyline, she tells Tony about Furio. And at first, Tony's laughing it off. And then she goes into details. I would think about him. I would wait for him to come over just to see him. I was in love with him. And Tony, you can just see him. You can see him go from whatever to just the boiling that's happening. Oh, is it powerful?
Well, Tony's obviously got to kill Furio.
You think he's going to get him in Italy?
He's got to.
What else can you do?
I mean,
You think Carmela just signed Furio's death warrant?
Yes,
Yeah.
Tony's gonna scalp his little ponytail off his head.
Do you think Tony's going to go to Italy and kill him himself?
No, Tony's gonna get that guy killed. Something's gonna happen to Furio, but Carm. Here's the thing. Look, maybe I'm a dickhead.
Yeah.
But oh, you didn't even try to.
It's mine.
You didn't even try to pull him away.
You know why? Because when you try to get the Whitmans general, you don't go like this.
It was a lot of work.
Yeah.
Over the table. Whatchamacallit? What was I saying?
We were talking about Furio.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm not a dickhead. Tony didn't every Double Whitmans. Yes. Call me Walt Whitman. And you are Sammy No Wits. Because you don't got Whitmans and you're not smart.
I'm witless.
You're witless. You witless fool. I will defend Tony because Tony never was in love with any of his Gumars. Tony would have these superficial relationships with them, but he was never like in love. And Carm had an emotional affair with Furio.
What about Gloria? He had emotions tied in with Gloria.
He wasn't in love with her.
Well, it's not like he was stopping himself from being in love with her.
What?
What do you mean? Like,
give me an example of him.
Tony's a sociopath.
In love.
Tony's a sociopath.
That's a question too. Is Tony a sociopath?
Yeah.
Or is he a narcissist? I don't think he's a sociopath because we do see him exhibit some form of emotion.
That's true.
Concern.
That's true.
You know, and I think he is a narcissistic personality rather than sociopathic.
Okay, but I can buy that. That's a good call.
Right.
But if his narcissism is stopping him from showing real love to people, then I don't think he gets credit for not being in love with people.
Well, he loves his kids. He's in love with his kids. You know, like I think a sociopath wouldn't have love for their children.
Yeah, but I'm saying that he displays his love for some of his Gumars just as much as he...
How did he display love for Gloria?
He would, like, go on dates with Gloria.
That doesn't mean he's in love with her.
I mean...
Carm was in love with Furio.
Yeah, she was.
Tony's not getting nervous to see Valentina.
But that's the way Carm shows... That just happens to be the way Carm shows her affection. That's the way Tony shows his affection. Tony shows his affection through the physical.
Dick.
Yeah, with his D. We'll say. With his D.
With his D dog.
and Carmela.
Would you rather get cheated on by someone sleeping with someone else and like just going and like fucking them in a hotel room, la di da di di da, or having someone with this my heart beats for you type of emotion for the other person?
I leave my ladies physically and emotionally satisfied.
Ooh, you heard it here, folks. He's a liar.
Give me that Whitman.
Okay. No!
I'm such a fool.
You witless fool.
So you're okay. So you're on. You think that what Carmela has done is worse? I think
Carmela takes a knife, digs it into Tony, and she doesn't even twist it. She breaks it off so that the knife is stuck in his body, telling Tony that she is in love with Furio. I got excited to see him. I felt alive. That is way worse than being like, yeah, I fucked a woman. We got drunk together.
Okay, yep. Okay, Tony never took his affairs and used them to hurt Carm intentionally.
Right.
Carm is now gotten to the place where she is trying to hurt Tony.
Yes. And
give me that Whitmans. You can't handle it.
No. Tony brought up the fact that Carm said he was going to hell when he got his like MRI, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That wasn't nice.
I mean, yeah, I guess. He's going to hell. He kills people.
You don't believe in redemption?
Not for murders.
You don't think those people deserved it?
No.
Good morning, rat. Who is Tony killed that's innocent? Yup. Exactly.
I mean, he didn't need to beat up Zellman like that.
He didn't kill him.
He didn't kill him, but he hurt him emotionally too. He made him look like less than a man. He killed his masculinity.
Okay, but that's not
the same as murder.
No. Who is he murdered that's completely innocent?
Who among us is completely innocent?
Hi.
Ian is without original sin.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yep.
So he ends up he leaves. Tony finally does decide to leave. I decided it would be better if I left.
It's weird because like this episode is the final episode. I was a little disappointed because I've gotten so addicted to the crime family aspect of the show that this one centers solely on his family. It felt like kind of a letdown in a way.
I was like distraught after this one. Like I was like, oh, like the fact that the season ended.
It just ended on like a sad downer note.
Yes.
Like every other ending, it like makes sense in a way, and it's like, oh well, someone died. That's the end of that. But this, like, it's going to carry on, and it's going to be a limp to the finish line.
And you're like, you're just like, oh, because it's also like the thing about the mafia stuff is that it's a different world. It's not we don't live in that world. It's just entertainment for us, right?
No,
so, I mean, you a little bit because of Delaware Italian.
Yeah, I'm a Delaware Italian.
Yeah, but for the most of us, it's fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's been through emotional strife.
Right.
Everybody's had those fights with their significant others. And like, that's this one. It's like a visceral, like, I know what this is. This is so bad. Yeah. This is so bad.
Well, especially because
kids are involved,
it had a crescendo of like, we're getting a beach house. Everything's great. Wow, Tony and Carm. Awesome. Amazing. Everything gets along. Why am I doing this with my hand?
Because you're Italian.
And then, And then it just implodes, and it's just like such a letdown. It's such a bummer.
But you know what? It's because the show.
I hope they're gonna get back together.
Tony doesn't deserve redemption. Like Tony does. There's nothing in this season that is like, hey, you know who should get a happy ending? Is Tony Soprano. All of this stuff that has fallen upon him is based on stuff that he's done. Nothing just happens to him.
But you don't think that him having redemption with Carmela helps Carmela as well and the kids, not just Tony?
That seems very codependent.
Happy wife, happy life.
Well, the guy tells me he can't sleep in Whitecap's house.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't bought it yet.
Right.
Tony decides not to buy it. The guy says you got to buy it.
Yeah, and he like bluffs Tony on having partners. So then Tony plays the Dean Martin in the ship, which is great.
Yeah, when Tony has the Stugatz pulled up right in front of the guy's house and just plays.
Dude,
the best part is not the songs in it. I pop every time for the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so irritating.
Yeah. And this guy, Saperstein, whatever, is like...
I'll tell you, he's a sap.
A sad sack of shit.
A nut sack.
Thanks, bro. Salute. This is our handshake. Ready?
Okay.
Salute.
That's good. That's good. If you see us out there, commentators, hit us with one of these. We'll do it again. That's good. That's good.
And then you finish it with, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
Saperstein is, the king of his domain and everything. And he's this expensive, high power, la-di-da. And then it just shows that he's like nothing. He can't turn this off, whatever. And it's interesting. The name of the boat is Stugatz. One of my favorite bands, great ska band from Philly, Catbite. Their drummer, Chris, was in a band with two of my other friends, Perry and Mike, and the name of the band, Stugatz.
I mean, Stugatz very commonly used expression.
For what?
Does it mean like balls?
Does it?
I thought so.
Oh, I thought it was a Sopranos reference.
I've heard Stugatz before.
Well, Chris listens to the show. Commendatory, let me know.
Yeah, I think I'll look it up. Stugatz. I
should have plugged my dates before this episode. Fuck. Whatever. May 18th, I'm opening for the Front Bottoms at the Eagle in Jersey City. And then that weekend, I'll be with the great Dave Attell, Cap City, Austin. Following week, Stand Up Live, Phoenix. May 15th on a Sunday, I'm shooting a music video comedy sketch, and I'm going to need people in the crowd. Would love for you to come out to be dancing in the crowd, having some fun, being in a real Ian Fidance fun time video. Sam, the invitation extends your way.
Whoa!
It would be great to have you there.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good.
Does Stugatz mean balls?
That, like,
Find out on the next episode.
Yeah, I don't have time to go through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's kind of where we leave. I think episode 13, season 4 of The Sopranos is kind of where we leave season 4. There's a lot of family strife, a lot of family drama. It seems like the business side of things is doing okay. Do you think the Johnny Sack thing is a major problem for Tony, or do you think the fact that Carmine is going to still be the boss anyway, it'll be okay?
Well, it's like, again, I've mentioned this before, but I would love to see more interaction with New York, more storyline from New York.
Well, you just want spinoffs. I know that.
Yeah, I just want it to keep going forever because selfishly, I want more watch-along shows with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have a Whitman's.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's assorted.
Yeah. Well, I got the sampling.
Milk and dark chocolate.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, do
God,
you think Tony's in trouble? Or do you think we can see you? It's covering your face.
Hold on. Hi, I'm Wilson from Home Alone.
It's Home Improvement, not Home Alone.
You're right. Here, zoom in on me again. Hi, I'm Wilson from Home Improvement. Ready? Howdy, neighbor.
He didn't giggle.
He didn't?
No.
I thought he was a giggler.
No, he never giggled.
Howdy, neighbor. Here's some advice. I'm Wilson. That's a quote from the show, right? Do it to me again. Zoom in again. Hardy ho, Tim. I'm Whitman, your new neighbor. Wilson died.
From Home Alone. You know, I got the big shovel and you think I killed that guy? Wilson from Home Alone.
Oh, fuck.
So you think, is Tony, I understand you just want to watch a show about New York, but from Tony's perspective, because that's
Or
what
Delaware.
we're watching,
Yeah.
is Tony in trouble with New York, or you think, Carmine will keep Johnny Sack regulated?
Johnny Sack's a snake,
You're right.
and I think he's getting a sniff of power,
Uh-huh.
and he's going to do what he can to get it.
Ooh. That
So-
probably is not good for Tony.
I don't know. Johnny might go rogue and kill Carmine.
What? That would be a tough thing to pull off, because then,
Well, he was going to have Tony do it and make it look like an accident. So what's stopping Johnny Sack from doing it and making that look like an accident?
so you're saying like Johnny is going to have Carmine killed,
Yeah.
except do it through a third party or something.
Yes.
Huh.
That's what I think.
And then Tony's in trouble.
Yeah, and he can blame it on Tony. If he gets caught.
If he gets caught, he might not even get caught.
Or get away with it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know. It just, everything is kind of like la-di-da with the mafia, but this leaves it so open-ended for the family.
Do you think this is short term, or do you think this is the real deal?
I want them to get back together. I want them to reconcile.
Do you think they will? It's going to be tough. A lot was said.
I hope so. I mean, what, for the rest of the series, they're just going to be divorced?
Very possibly.
No. They're going to get back together. It's going to be great.
Is it going to be great?
Yes. And Tony's going to intimidate that lawyer next door, and he's going to move out, and Tony will get both those houses.
Oh, it's the lawyer's not only going to...
Uh-huh.
So Tony's going to get, is he going to get, because he's trying not to buy, is he going to get both houses for free?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not only am I not going to buy the house, I want your house and the house.
Yeah,
for
or
free.
else I'll kill you. And the guy's going to be like, I don't want to die.
Right.
And then that's what's going to happen.
How about this? Give me a house or you're dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait for season 5, man.
I know.
I've seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
You have not.
No.
So for you, it'll be a Prima Volta.
Prima Volta for me.
And I can't wait.
Prima Multa for you.
Let us know. I don't think that's a thing. What?
Prima Multi.
Prima is the word that you would.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments
Yes.
what you thought, and maybe if we missed anything from season 4 that we have to tackle as we head into season 5. What you think maybe the best season of The Sopranos is, because we're headed into season 5.
Yes.
We've only got season 5 and season 6, part 1 and 2.
So it's 3 seasons.
Yeah.
This was a 52nd episode.
This episode that we just did just now?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Of the series.
Oh. But
Yeah.
okay. I thought you meant this.
No.
Yeah.
So we've got what? Like 23, probably like 20,
Well, yeah,
24,
13 and
32
season...
more episodes probably.
Well, no, I don't think that there's 13 episodes in
Oh, what was it? Like 6 and 6? So you
Think-
probably got like 25 more episodes.
something like that. A lot to get done.
I'm
A lot to
excited.
get done. It's going to get very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see it again. But for Ian, and maybe some of you out there, it'll be your Prima Volta.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.